Welcome to Roll Fair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, we will introduce ourselves. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan, playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
I'm Brad, playing Arden, the Wizard.
I'm Kayla, playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Austin, playing the Memorized Turtle.
Mesmerized. Memorized works too. I mean, whatever.
I'm Ben, playing Reyna, the Human Ranger.
I'm Sarah. I'm playing Asar, the Fire Genasi Sorceress.
Excellent. So we are picking up with the party still in Karatu Khalifa, having gained some information about events in history, spells, some information about Isabel Steros and her family, and we've had a couple encounters of both Arden and Sharu becoming mystified, so to speak, into their reading to the point of not being able to get interacted with. And we are picking up where Kaiji has called out for some help as she has been unable to get Sharu out of his stupor. And we'll pick up there. So Raynor and Asar were coming up the stairs to the Hall of History.
What's going on?
He's doing the thing that the guys were doing. He's just staring at the pillars.
Oh God. We had to deal with this with Arden earlier, but we can't really smack the pillar out of his hand. So, Scroll, he's fine now for the moment. Alton's with him.
That's a relief. I don't. Maybe you take one side, I take the other. We'll have a better chance.
Let me try. I'm gonna try and actually kind of hit him with my whip because I can stay about 10 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
17.
17. So as you,
My AC is 19. Because I don't have my shield equipped, so it'd be 17.
Okay, let me just check something.
I'm not in combat. We could just keep hitting you.
Okay. So as you go to swing the whip, you feel this presence grab onto your arm, but you are able to use enough force to swing the whip out, and you are able to smack Sharu and hit him. Are you...
It does do 4 damage, I'm sorry.
Okay. You can make a wisdom saving throw, again, with disadvantage.
A total of 12.
12. You... All right, that's very interesting. So the whip cracks against his shell, and you are not able to break out of your stupor. You continue...
I absentmindedly cast Healing Word on myself.
I'm going to say that you're not even able to do
okay.
that. You are so focused on what you are doing, what you are learning, that you are not able to snap out of it.
Fascinating.
So I take my burlap cloak and I run up behind him and I try to either throw it over his face.
Sack over the head.
That one.
Okay. All right. What'd you get?
I got a 20 and a 6.
Okay.
Which, if I'm doing an acrobatics, is 12.
Okay. So you are able to, you again feel this presence, but you are able to get this burlap cloak over his head, breaking his eyesight from this. You can make a wisdom saving throw without disadvantage.
Crap!
8.
So you have this cloak over your head, but your mind is just racing with all the information that you've been gleaning, and nothing really seems to be breaking your concentration here.
After about 6 seconds of him not moving, I put him in a headlock. And I just try to choke him.
Choke him out, unconscious.
As you come down, as you start choking him, you hear steps coming down from above.
Okay. So do I roll an attack? I mean, it's not like he can grapple me back.
You will have to also roll again to see if you get affected. So go ahead and do acrobatics or athletics for me.
Okay. Does that... I'm right up on him. Does that affect me having disadvantage?
I would say you have just regular roll.
Yeah. 17.
Okay. You are able to start choking him. Go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
Finally, 19.
You are finally able to snap out of your...
What? Wait, it's so dark in here. What's going on? I try to take the... I kind of start freaking out.
Peekaboo.
Hearing the steps, I try to take the cloak off as fast as possible. Should
Okay.
I roll like a dex on that?
Yes.
See if I can... Okay, just a straight dexterity.
Mhm.
Okay. That's a 6.
As she comes down, she says, I've never had such rude guests before.
It was a personal altercation. I apologize. He was getting a little bit out of hand again.
How much?
We promised to get him under control.
How much do I notice once I break out of the...
Um,
Do I realize I was under some sort of spell thing?
go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
8.
So it's difficult to know exactly what happened. You do know that you were kind of tranced, but it's almost as if you feel like this place is enchanted to assist those who are seeking to learn. So you feel like that was one of the best study sessions you've ever had.
That was strangely invigorating. Other than being choked out, but I mean, very interesting. Miss Isabella?
Yes.
Isabel.
What is this strange effect from studying the walls? It was interesting.
Before I get to that, why were you disrupting his study?
Oh, I don't mind. They do it all the time.
You have to understand. He's
gets
an ass
lost.
to work with.
He gets lost in his work all the time. This is actually surprisingly not the first time we've had to essentially choke him out of a study session.
It's fine. I mean,
Oh God! I tried learning Draconic from this guy.
you're a great student. You're a very patient listener.
I was patient. I learned nothing.
What?
Oh, sorry. I learned a little bit. I learned how to be more patient.
I see.
I'm still learning.
I thought I was a pretty good teacher.
So I
Well, please just...
at least it wasn't near the rest of your patrons. We weren't
Yes,
bothering
I
them.
But be kind to each other as well. I mean, the pursuit of knowledge is crucial to the progress of the world.
Yes, but it's also detrimental to the life of my colleagues. So, pardon me if I'm not on board.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
If we don't make our boat back to shore, my friends die.
I see. I'm sorry. I hope that you can get whatever you need here and make it back in time to save them. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, it would be helpful if we didn't lose our colleagues to the walls and the books every 15 minutes.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just this place it's been around a long time, and for some reason it has been able to imbue the studious nature of many mages and others who have come here, and it helps people get into a focus to gain the information they desire.
Look, that's fine for head cases, but sitting down and studying doesn't get anything done.
I would have to disagree.
Well, I do. Like I said, I promise that we will try and keep from disrupting your other patrons. But what we do amongst our own group, I do think is simply a matter between us. And I do apologize if that comes across rude, but we have purposes and we have reasons for being here. And I just like to keep us on track.
Can I make an insight check on her offer to help?
Sure.
I think that's an artificial 20.
Okay. She seems sincere. However, let me make a roll real quick. Okay.
She's an enchanted person.
However, she seems to be frustrated. You can tell that she's frustrated with the whole situation, especially after what Raynor said, and she kind of has these daggers at him. But as far as the way that she's looking at him, and she's not lying about wanting to help, but she also doesn't seem to be completely honest about her entire reasoning for it.
I was able to get some very useful information from your walls. Why don't we go sit down and I can tell you some of my stories?
Sure, that sounds wonderful. And she continues going down, and as she passes, you again catch the look of daggers towards Raynor.
Hey, sorry, can I tag out? I need to talk to Raynor for a second. Would you keep an eye on this one?
Absolutely.
I'm going to try to basically spend as much time just telling her every story I know. Just keep her, sit in the corner with her and just talk her ear off.
Okay. And I will also say, just for the sake of kind of your understanding, again, you didn't get the impression that this place was bad. And it doesn't seem like Isabel is bad to you.
Yeah.
So she seems very much friendly to you. So just keep that in mind.
I'm still going to, I'm happy to talk to her.
Okay.
And I realize I kind of made the connection, like, something weird is going on here. I'll just try to keep this lady distracted while my friends do the things.
Raynor, what is her angle? Free knowledge, free food, free, and then people go missing.
Okay, I've
Does she
tried figuring out if there was some sort of demonic presence here or something. I get nothing. There's just, I'm not sure why, but at the same time, there's a feeling just eating away at me. I don't know what's going on, but I feel wholly uncomfortable.
I don't know. She's turning people into these grapple ghosts or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And the worst, like, there is knowledge here. I do get the sense that there is a lot of good to be gained from this place. In fact, I have my own things I would like to look at. The vision that I had about the end of the world kind of thing. I would love to research something about that. Back when we were near the Bargest, and there was one of the pillars that I saw, and there was a elven embodiment in fire that looked at me and told me, spoke to me, said, "Seek me." I don't know what that is, but I'd like to try and find any sort of answers. And I do want to study a little bit, but I am absolutely worried, and I am not very good at keeping my mind. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's issue. I've never really been one of good willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would like to go downstairs and perhaps look at this stuff, but I need someone to keep an eye on me. If she asks, you guys have permission to punch me, so...
It certainly doesn't sound effective for us to have someone standing behind to do the blindfold thing.
And that
again.
weird, there's like a force
Right.
that I do not. Again, that's it. It feels wholly uncomfortable.
Well, it feels like we have these plants in the jungle. They're eating plants. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but it this place feels like that. That it smells sweet and swallows you whole.
Like a giant fly trap.
Yes, those ones.
Yes. So, gosh, we need knowledge. We need to figure some things out. But obviously we need to be careful. And we need to make sure our heads are straight by tomorrow when the boat comes.
Yeah, I'm nervous. She was saying that she has quarters in here, and of course food in here.
I don't feel that we're inherently any bit safe on this island at all. To be perfectly honest, with what Arden described with magic all around and the plants and everything, I don't trust. I don't even trust that this is actually a building. Sometimes, I don't know what's going on. It's just, and I get a feeling like she understands. Isabel understands that there's something hinting at a deeper meaning inside of me. I don't know. She's made a connection that I have not been able to make. That's what I feel.
Okay, plan of action. What kind of bullshit stories can we come up with that for not eating the food and sleeping outside? The Cheru's a vegetarian. I have allergies. We want to study the stars in this hemisphere. Something.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe talk to Shrew. He can come up with all sorts of reasons for anything, and or maybe Arden. He's good at talking with people. You see that the only thing I did was piss her off, but like I said, let's head back downstairs. I would like to look into some of this stuff, but keep a close eye on me. Feel free to give me a whack.
I don't want to lose you. You're the only other one I trust to be able to hit people in the face.
Yes. Inform Alton
True.
that he can also slap me.
All right.
I probably deserve it at some point, so I don't blame
Shut up,
either
slave.
of you.
Exactly.
Shut up, slave.
But yes, obviously we got to keep a sharp eye out. This is. I've given us a little bit of an excuse to abuse the party for the moment, for the time being, but I don't know how long that'll last.
Okay.
One other thing. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, both of you.
14.
Okay.
That's what, a 4?
So as you guys are, specifically as you are talking to Kaiji, you do happen to notice, kind of over in the corner, a third person in black that is also staring at these pillars, entranced.
Well, that makes 3 of them.
I'm gonna try something. We'll see if it works.
I just be careful. I don't know what Isabel will do if we disturb her patrons anymore.
So I'm gonna walk up close, slowly, and then intentionally accidentally trip.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Sweet. So nat 20. So that makes that 24.
Okay. So you're able to run into this person without anything trying to stop you.
Ooh.
And you run into them, and they fall over, but essentially get back up on their feet, move back to where they were, and continue staring at this pillar.
While they're still on the ground, do I have a hand on them after tripping on them?
Sure.
Can I deploy is the wrong word. Can I unsheath my claws?
Sure.
Cast
just
claw.
like just like into their shoulder.
Sure.
I'm not sure what I rolled that for. Does that an attack roll if I'm already touching them?
I would say for the purposes of this, you're able to just kind of knead your claws into them, and get that pressure. And even with that, you see that you draw just a little bit of blood. Still focused.
Oh, pardon. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I walk away, rolling my eyes and rubbing my temples.
Yeah, this is complicated. At least we kind of have an eye on several of what appears to be Zala's associates.
This is why I don't want to do this to you.
Yeah,
I don't want you to be lost like this.
I understand. The bag might be one of the better ideas. Just get my eyes off of whatever I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I mean it because I straight up whipped Sheru in the shell. Did
Yeah.
nothing, but like bag choke me out if you have to.
If I
Like I said, I probably deserve it.
Choke me out if you have to.
how many times?
Choke me, daddy.
How many times do I have to lay hands on you before we all get kicked out, or worse, I get kicked out and you don't?
Well, I mean, if you get kicked out, that's a perfect reason for us to stay outside.
Yeah,
we're going
unless
to
you're
camp out.
stuck in a book. Look, I
Okay,
like the idea.
okay.
I understand that
I've
you're
got an
scared of your
idea.
dream.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
Because I can cast protection. I can only do it a couple times, and I wanted to be prepared just in case for the rest of you. But I could potentially do that on myself before I start reading it. I'm not 100% sure it's even going to give me any sort of help, but
Well, it's a good experiment to see if it will work.
if it does work, then protection from good and evil and good. If it does work, then I know that it would work to free these others of their enchantment, essentially.
How long do you want? 10 minutes?
I
15
need
minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
If I'm going to try and keep a clock out, I'll read what I can in 10 minutes, but and then try and just get out of whatever book I'm in once that's through.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We come back down the stairs.
Okay.
How's Arden looking?
Yeah. I guess he needed 10 minutes to copy the scroll. Does he get entranced again?
So, if you are any of you trying to check in on him?
I've been watching
Well,
it
he's
the whole
been
time.
here.
Yeah.
Well, are you trying to pull him away? It's definitely been 10 minutes at this point.
If it looks like he's done, then
Did it take my...
Let me put it this way. So, this whole encounter probably would have taken much longer than that. I would say at this point, you have been trying to get him unentranced. He is
okay.
clearly entranced again.
So is the components cost gone? Is the scroll gone?
No, scroll's not gone. You're able to copy stuff over, so you have kind of the information, but there's no magical power to it.
Right.
Hyper focused.
So it doesn't cost anything because I'm not... Okay, I got you.
So knowing what I had to do last time, I'm going to cast guidance on myself and try to kick the scroll away from him.
Okay. I need you to make a athletics or acrobatics with disadvantage.
You can do it.
Oh no, where'd it go?
Oh, no.
Okay. Ooh, all right, that's 16.
Okay. So you feel the force again on you, but you're able to push through it. And did you roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, but
Okay.
the guidance gave me +4. So
Okay, I just
that's
wanted to make
great.
sure. And you're able to kick the scroll away. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check with disadvantage.
Oh no. 7.
Your focus is not broken, and you go and grab the scroll from the floor and continue reading.
Nice.
Well,
Kiss up.
Arden, I guess. Let's see if this wakes you up, Arden. And and a burst of swords pours out around me.
What?
I cast Sword Burst.
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's a circle of spectral blades around me.
That's Dex check, right?
Yep. Dex saving throw.
Considering he's not moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that
I'm not trying to.
I'm gonna say that you automatically fail this.
Yeah.
You're not moving.
Just want to see if you get shocked out of it.
Oh god.
Okay.
You just killed me.
What's the DC?
13.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Dex.
No! Don't kill Arden.
You get knocked unconscious.
All right, you get knocked unconscious. We bring you back. So
Yeah,
exactly.
You said 13.
13.
Okay. So these swords hit you. Go ahead and roll a damage for that.
It's a D6 of force damage, so it's not too bad.
Oh, that's not.
It's just a
terrible.
cantrip.
Okay.
4 force
I'm
damage.
dead.
It's a good thing he wasn't level 1.
Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, that's way better. So, unnatural 20.
Okay. You are again able to break away from the enchantment of whatever sort this is, and find yourself back in your own mind.
Oh, was that really necessary? Oh, yes, it was. I just put the scroll in my pants.
Okay.
Well, did it work? Was that trance at least worth it?
I look at the book. Does it look like I have it copied?
Yeah, you were able to copy the spell, but again, there is no magical power to this. It is just regular
Okay.
ink.
It's missing something, but I copied it.
Well,
But the scroll is still here,
yeah,
so
we can
something
take the
didn't-
scroll with us, maybe.
I don't know what's going on here, so it's safely in my pants.
Don't ever say that again.
So are we downstairs at this point?
I would say at the end of this experience between them, you guys make it down.
With a perception of 15, do I notice the scroll? Or a passive perception?
You know, it's the
Are
bulge
you
in
trying
it.
to hide this?
Arden has a black eye.
What, the scroll?
Yeah, the scroll.
No, it was just in my pants.
Well, I mean,
See?
are you trying to like conceal that it's there?
No. Just, I want to feel if it leaves, because I apparently can keep it.
Gotcha. I
But-
would say you do notice it. It's not like a bulge or anything. It's just like you can see that.
It's more
there
like a
is something
cylinder,
Uh-huh.
cylindrical like shape.
What? Arden,
guys
that's
are
that's
terrible.
that's not how you
Are
crush
you-
stuff.
Are you okay? You were asking for help, and
I'm fine now. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Do
I'm hurt a little bit
I had
because
to snap him out of it again.
he had to hurt me to get me out of this.
again?
Yeah.
You hurt.
Yeah.
Hey,
My
hey, hey,
guest.
we're having a conversation
all.
here. Don't worry about them. They're
Aren't you
fine.
You
upstairs?
say they're upstairs a floor still. I mean, unless
Yeah.
I thought you came downstairs.
You came downstairs.
Yeah.
We're sitting at a table, and I'm talking her ear off.
Oh, never mind.
So, I'm sorry. Rainer and you would have come.
Yeah.
We just barely
He's-
came back
That's right.
downstairs.
So you've already been down here. So she saw the whole thing of you casting this spell. I'm sorry. Let me back up. What are you doing?
Oh, they're just playing. They're fine.
They're just playing.
Now, back to what I was saying. So I was crossing the deserts with the Dwarven caravan. When
Hey, hang on. I want to pay attention to your story, but
You're being quite rude in interrupting. Please continue.
thank you, Asana.
why?
Why she is so
Oh,
rude.
I'm sorry. You're still interrupting.
I'm in the middle of a story. I'm getting offended here. Please don't interrupt me.
they are harming each other.
Oh, they're fine. Look at them. They're fine. They're having fun. Now, as I was saying.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I love that. That was good.
10. No, 8.
Okay, but can he have advantage because I'm assisting?
Sure.
That's even less.
15.
Okay. Okay. She says, okay. And she comes back and listening to your story, but she is kind of keeping an eye out.
Asa is going to. Is there a chair? Is it a bench or is?
Yeah, so just kind of looking at this, that's what you're seeing is that table
big
there.
table.
I want to stand, so I'm just kind of in between her line of sight.
Okay.
Now, Assad, help me. We were heading towards Gematria with the storm caravan. We never made it, but you're from that area. What do you know of Gematria? I've heard there's libraries and stuff down there.
Well, the capital city.
Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful. Not as pretty as the Chandelier City, if I can throw that opinion out. The two cities are comparable, but mine is bigger, better. The infrastructure is more advanced, so it's nothing like this humble abode. I'm sure you're quite proud of your little haunted mansion, but we have libraries where people don't lose their souls when they go read books.
That's a little heavy. Ooh.
She looks a little taken aback and she says, I am offering this knowledge freely. What? Why are you being so
I would like to know
kind?
your definition of free. Does that guy, and I point to the person looking at the pillar, does he look
the
free?
pillar would
Pillar's
be
upstairs.
Oh,
It'd be the,
Yeah,
oh, we're downstairs again? Oh,
it'd
sorry.
be the people that are like enraptured in the scrolls.
Do they look free to you? Can they choose to stop reading?
Well, of course.
Can they?
Naturally.
Can they?
I mean, while I was studying, it was interesting. I entered this strange fuse where it was one of the greatest study sessions I've ever had, but I didn't even think about stopping. It was strange.
And as you guys are going through this, kind of having this argument back and forth with her, and she's like, "Of course they can come whenever they desire, and I mean you'll see just now. They will come for our meal, and the food arrives carried by these invisible forces, and then all of a sudden you see all three of these people coming from downstairs, and the two that were studying come directly over and sit down. Eyes normal. They don't seem glazed over at all. Nothing like that. And they introduce themselves to each of you. So each of them appears. Let me grab their names.
Scott Eden Stranger.
So you see that they each introduce themselves. One is Jazid, one is Brahm, and one is Yildru. There's two males and a female.
Jazid, Brahm, and what?
Yildru. Jazid and Brahm are males. Yildru is female.
Oh, wonderful! More people, more audience for my stories.
You were telling a story.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
interrupted.
we got a little distracted, and again, being interrupted, so rude. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, crossing the desert with this northern caravan. One day, the beetle, his name was Brad. Sorry, the first name that came to mind. This beetle, I was walking next to it, and all of a sudden, he just stopped. And the caravan master was confused. Why did he stop? And then all of a sudden, a giant land shark, I can't remember their name, basically just comes up and eats a jackalope that was in the desert and dives back into the sand. It was terrifying and amazing at the same time. It was wonderful.
And you see the three that have come over and started eating, they're like forks halfway to mouth. They're like, that's incredible.
I know, right?
Yeah. Where are you from?
Oh, I am from the western jungles. I have that written somewhere.
Wansibi Coast.
Wansibi Coast. The Wansibi Coast. I've had a lot of fun traveling through the desert, and also some not so fun times. But I mean, that's life.
Well, of course. I mean, we've had a lot of really great experiences. We actually are co-workers.
Really?
Yes, we work in things. But we actually are here studying, trying to find some information.
I'm trying to remember how much does Sherry know about the one lady.
I
wasn't there.
Whatever they told you.
We probably
I
did.
mean,
quite
we
upset.
gave you the entire download as to why we're going. So
That's true.
Jazid, when was the last time you checked in with Zah?
Oh, you know of Za?
Yes, we're actually recently acquainted.
She's been looking for you.
she said you disappeared forever.
It's been.
I don't think that sounds logical.
It
and
doesn't.
I just was sent here a few days ago.
She
Been a
wants
few
you to
weeks.
come home, like immediately. She needs your assistance. You can no longer stay here.
She said they're having a disturbance in the square and she needs backup to help.
So as you guys are going through this, Jazid kind of leans back in his chair and he says, "Are you certain?"
She said that you were sent to find the scroll.
Well, can you give me her sign?
Crap, did we get anything from her?
You didn't.
I don't remember, yeah.
I don't think we did.
I give him the finger.
Could I try to guess just
Sure.
from my past?
You can try. Go ahead and make a. I'd say probably what would we have you guess here? Let's just do a history.
Oh, I'm super great at that. No one.
As you try and guess, you just kind of throw out some hand signals, and you see that Jazid kind of gets a little bit more wary of you.
Don't mind him, tiefling levity.
I'm sorry,
mean-
that was a terrible joke.
She
Listen, to be honest, she didn't give us a sign.
doesn't. She sent us on a mission. That doesn't mean she trusts us. I mean, would you trust a pack of adventurers?
I would
don't
trust them.
you now.
Precisely. Why would she give us your sign if she's just
You were
sending
sent
us
to
on a
help
single
us.
mission?
We were.
We know what you're looking
how
for,
would-
and we
I have
found it.
plenty of contacts, and we don't give them our keywords.
What date did you leave?
Well,
When did you get here?
I arrived at this day, and he gives you the date.
How long
that
before
would
the
have been,
festival?
Like 3 weeks ago.
I tell him today's date. It's been 3 weeks. How long have you been here?
Just a few days.
No, it's been 3 weeks.
The whole
you missed
reason
the
we're
whole harvest festival.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'm going to say with disadvantage here.
No.
Dominate person.
13.
Okay. All right. Jazid doesn't believe you. However, one of the other ones speaks up and is like, Brahm speaks up and he's like, I came here like a day ago. At least that's how it feels. And
If you
I came a week after you came. That's weird.
if you came a day ago, who fought in the Harvest Festival tournament?
The Harvest Festival isn't even here.
Oh, it was. It was really exciting. I got to see, what's his name? The big Minotaur dude. He fought the
Hanogar?
Hanogard. Yeah, Hanogard. He was
Hanagar fought Kagani and Ceretic.
At the same time?
Yes. Unfortunately, as
You-
well.
yes. Sadly, the champion was defeated by those two.
He was killed?
It was a
I
fantastic
was going to
fight.
bet on him.
Well, good thing you didn't. You lost.
We just saved you some money.
and the two champions they'll be fighting in about less than a week now.
End of this week.
End of this week.
Hold up. If you've been here a day, and we've been here a day, and you've been here a week, we're screwed.
We need to leave. You should come with us because after all, the lady is very nice and accommodating. I'm sure she'll allow you back in if you just take a quick sprint off the island.
I mean,
come
because
back.
as she told us, you're free to
You're
come and go
totally
as you
free
wish.
to go.
So why not go check in with
Not
Zah
enraptured at
and then
all.
come back when you need to?
Also, just so you guys are aware, it's all the same day. You've been here for maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes,
2 hours.
We know.
Yeah,
we're
we
just
know.
paranoid.
Okay.
You're paranoid.
we know.
I'm paranoid. He's
still-
paranoid.
yeah,
She's
but-
paranoid. He's paranoid.
But we're
we
stuck
may be here for
waiting.
2 hours. It might be 2 weeks.
We're
Actually, if
stuck
there's no
waiting for a
boat out there,
There is no boat here.
we've got.
I'd stay here.
Okay,
forever.
so we've got basically 2 days till the boat comes.
Oh,
keep
Sharu,
our
I
heads.
forgot to tell you there was this cool
I think we
scroll.
just stay on
Okay,
the beach.
so in
about,
2
this
days,
history.
2 days we
We
have
need
a
to look
boat
at it.
coming.
Yes.
You can
Oh,
come back
maybe.
with us to check in with Zah.
This is
And
frustrating.
if all is as we say, you know that we are worth trusting. If not, you can, hit Alton and come back.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'll get back, though.
17.
Yeah. That seems logical.
Also, I know why you're here. I have it. I will give it to you if you come with us to Zah. Huzzah.
Oh, okay. That seems fair. And they continue eating. Do any of you eat?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
And Isabel is sitting there like,
I thought-
Actually,
you
I-
are...
I'm not feeling rather hungry at the moment. I do want to go try and read some stuff, take advantage of the abundance of knowledge you have here. Kaiji, if you would like to accompany me.
certainly. Before that, can I do a nasal perception on the food?
Sure.
Now that it's in
Nice.
front of me.
Awesome.
That's a 13.
Smells like food.
what type of food is it?
Various vegetables. You see a lot of barley, barley bread, some other things that are made with a beer. You see some root vegetables and various meats. You've got what's that word? Goodness gracious. it's
Charcuterie?
escaping me. You've got some kudu there. You've got goat, cheese,
And
just
goat
a large
cheese.
assortment of different things.
Kudu
It's really
cheese.
kind of a feast.
Sheru goes to take a small little sample.
Okay.
Can I smack it?
Sharu!
It looks so tasty.
It smells like normal food. You can't smell any poison. You don't see anything weird about it. It just looks like food.
They also look like scrolls.
I guess we could use him to test.
I get my energy from the sun, so
You get to
Solar powered artist.
So, as you guys are sitting at the table and very much causing a confrontation,
a scene.
a scene is a good word.
Like I said, I'll excuse myself and excuse my disruptions.
Well, Isabel is kind of looking at all of you like, I don't understand. Why have you come into my home to disrupt my way of life, my guests, I've given you food. You don't seem to be wanting to eat. Do I need to call a boat for you to leave?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Hey, that's an idea. Yes. Shrew, look at this real quick.
What is
Just
it?
think, it'll get us out of your hair.
I really want Shrew to look at the Kipjomba. Kipjombe.
Keep Jumba and
Yeah,
Keep Jumba
enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, we
Who
lost
else
the
is
two
at
of them.
table? Oh no.
Well, I mean, anyway.
But she kind of gets up, fuming a little bit, and she says, "Do as you will. I need to get away from this for a moment."
Does she go upstairs or
She goes out into the garden.
should we follow her?
No.
No.
I think it's best
Never,
we stay away from her.
ever follow a woman with a face like that.
What if we try to make her read something? Would she get entranced?
No.
I bet. Maybe she's entranced. Maybe she's not the real
I do
owner of this
think
place.
that is possible. She thinks that she's been here for ages. We don't know how long she's been here.
What's
No, it is
far more
possible.
likely is she's the owner of all these spells, and so she's the one that can do all this hoodoo voodoo spells.
There's just so much magic going on in
Raina,
this
do
place.
you
We
know
don't know
of monsters that like feed off of people's minds?
going to like to make a history check to see
There's
if I've read
the-
of anything.
There's tales of sea monsters that do that, but I don't.
I just
No.
want to see if there's perhaps anything specific I may know from my studies. That is dirty 20.
For what? You're
Just to try and see if I would have known of any sort of creatures that essentially kind of feed on the intellect and such of others.
You've heard of some just from the records of your ancestors, and you've heard of things like illithids, the mind flayers, that have occasionally cropped up in the surface world, but most of the time stick to the lower regions. You hear of some demons and devils, fiends in general, that will try and feed on creatures such as succubus or just other demons that are trying to harvest the souls of people. But nothing, there's plenty of potential options, but nothing specific comes to mind with this MO, so to speak.
So, like, I know there are several possible options. The thing that bugs me the most is that most of those options probably wouldn't keep their victims alive for 3 weeks.
Okay, let me break this down for the head cases here, if they're still listening.
How are you talking?
Hundreds of people coming here minus 0 does not equal 3. Correct?
Yeah.
She said they'd just disappear, but
They vanish.
vanish, yeah.
Well, there's definitely something here. I mean, I want to investigate, but also I don't want to get
What if
out
she's
there.
just keeping them here until something else comes and takes them,
That's an
or eats
idea.
them, or
That is
consumes them?
actually kind of what I was considering, that there is something that we are not,
I wonder, maybe.
some outer force that is in control.
When you tried to break the others free of the trances, what happened?
It was like
Something was pushing
being
back.
attacked by air.
I'll go talk to her. I'll straighten all this out.
Oh,
No, just
No.
don't, please. Sit down, pretend to eat.
the only person that should even try is Asar. Cassandra.
So, yeah, like I said, come with me. I do want to try doing some reading really quick. I need to, especially might work well while she's out, just in case we need to cause a ruckus.
Can we agree that we don't want to lose consciousness here, and we also don't want to be here with more than a full day of being awake?
Let's try and get her to call a boat. She said she can, so
Maybe
no.
while it's eating time, you can't be charmed by the scrolls because they
It's
got up
it's
and
possible.
they went to eat.
I'm not going
So,
to
Sharu,
take,
try this.
I'm not going
Read
to.
this, please.
It's actually a good test, really quick.
Are
You had him to take
Associates
the,
of Za watching us do these antics.
So they're focusing on eating, and they're like, they seem to be normal.
Sorry.
But
I just feel like the Associates of Za are part of some sort of like secret cabal, and would
so they're observing you, and they seem a little confused as to what's going on. But
if you had only been here a day, do you think we would be this paranoid of this place?
I don't know you.
This does not seem normal.
But
to
I'm happy to go and see Za again. And
just not. Yes, so we're going to try and get back to Zar as quick as we can.
We can show you what it looks like when one of you gets stuck in a trance.
starts reading.
too.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, it's another good question. You could probably make yourself look like Zar so that they know that we've met Zar.
That's a great idea. I'll do that right now. And I do mask commanding faces to look like Zaw.
okay, so they kind of are taken aback, and they're like, "Oh,
We've
See? You've
met
you
Zar.
know magic? I can see."
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact,
probably.
most of us know magic.
Speaking of magic, I
But
cast,
that doesn't mean that the ones that don't know magic aren't any less important. In fact, they are probably the most important people in the group.
Well, at the moment, anyway.
I cast Identify on the book that Arden's trying to get me to read before I read it.
Okay.
Actually, I had asked to borrow your pearl first because I don't have a pearl.
Oh yeah, you can borrow my pearl.
So it is. You're not picking up like anything magical. It's really just a text of
So
a history.
if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, blah blah blah.
Are you casting that on the scroll of the spell or on the
On the book? So like
The
history.
the history.
Kim
book.
Jong-
so it's a
Enlightenment.
scroll also,
Okay.
Scroll.
Um,
Yeah, that one.
but it is not magical. I mean, everything kind of has a magical aura,
Mhm.
but this isn't like magical per se. In like
It's
And
not
you also
imbued.
learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item
Okay.
is created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
okay, you can tell that there is an aura about it, and it seems to have some sort of charming essence, but you don't actually pick up a spell.
Okay. Well, it's not an active spell. It just has the essence of charm.
Try reading it.
Pick it up and start reading.
Then you three, watch closely.
Well, it might not work
necessarily.
at mealtime, but
So you start reading. I imagine you guys try and interrupt.
Well, we wait to
well,
see
we
if
watch
he
it- watch his face
gets
first.
entranced.
He's just reading.
Sure.
You can't see
Sharu, can you hear us?
it unless you
Oh,
are
yeah.
trying to get him out of it.
Sharu.
Sharu?
You are entranced.
Okay, see, it happens during lunch, so...
Well, it is a good book. It's a good scroll, so
Hey, Sharu, it's lunchtime.
See, take a look, and
Food.
I'll give him a wet willy just to show him.
Okay.
I try and give him a piece of the
So,
cheese to eat.
As you guys are trying to do this, these three finish their meal, and as soon as the food is finished, they get that same glazed over look, return back to their spots, and begin reading again.
Okay.
I wanted to try to recruit them.
And
Well, we still can. We're just gonna have to snap them out of it.
we are going to end the session there for tonight. Thanks so much for listening.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the Rollfair team. Copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC.